You're welcome, sir. Your full name for the record purpose, sir.
My name is Chief Leo OKAFOR, Oba Ojoto. I am the president of ohanaeze Ndigbo Lagos State.
All right. Sir, we can see, we are hearing. They said if you cannot see, are you not hearing? Your name is everywhere. As the president of ohanaeze Ndigbo, we are here today to align with you and to hear from you. First of all, we'd like you to tell us about your leadership in Lagos State today. ohanaeze Ndigbo, how is it going?
Well, ohanaeze Ndigbo is good, and you know, we are still evolving. From the beginning of ohanaeze Ndigbo, it's a thing of by nature, every Igbo man is ohanaeze, but there are people who are members, financial members of ohanaeze, who goes for meeting every month, who follow up everything about ohanaeze, like become members by being financial member. And if anything happened to your member, you do the things that you agreed in your constitution to do for him or her. This is the ohanaeze we are talking about. By being an Igbo man, you are ohanaeze. But if you want to be a member of ohanaeze, you have to be a member through the local government where you belong. The structure of ohanaeze is actually in local governments. You belong to a particular local government, you attend their meetings, it's there that your name, you register your name, you do things according to the bylaws you have there in that local government, in that locality. Then when it's time to do election for state, it's the delegates comes from that local government to come and elect the leader of the state ESCO. I will be, organizing the affairs of ohanaeze in the states. So that is the situation and the position of ohanaeze in Lagos State. And that's what we have just done in the last 2 months to elect a new president in the states and my ESCO. We're just starting to settle down on the job.
All right. Having said this, we know before now we have 2 factions of ohanaeze in Lagos State. And as government have it, ohanaeze also have their president worldwide, which we heard he visited Lagos before this election came about that brought you into office. Can we know the state of or the stand of the very ohanaeze president general who now said there should be election in Lagos State that brought about you? Can we know his stand?
Okay. Inside all this, I was highly involved. I'm still involved. So I am in the best place, in the best position to discuss about this situation. 8 years ago, I won the election. That was during the time of Chief Leo. They also have a faction at that time. Me, I wanted to have one ohanaeze in Lagos State. So I took this, I stood for that election after Chief Leo. And for us to end that faction things, I went to Chief Leo and submitted the power I got from Leo. So Odo now came to Lagos and they dissolved ohanaeze and they start a fresh new ohanaeze. And that brought Solomon into the government. Some group that didn't agree with me went to court to say they don't accept what I did by surrendering that power to Modu. They kept on that case in the courts for almost 4 years that Solomon was there. And finally they came together with Solomon to say, we want to settle. And they settled and they agreed on terms of their settlement. And they went back to court and submitted that in, and it became their consent judgment. And in that consent judgment, they said because of the troubles that Solomon had within these 4 years, so Solomon should repeat another 4 years. And that was what Solomon was parading or holding in his hand. Then, when his tenure ended, the first tenure, he set up an electoral committee, believing that they will not do election in the presidency. So the electoral committee went ahead and conducted the election, everything from provost to the presidency. So Solomon now brought out that consent judgment and started using it again, that he have a consent judgment. And the new government that was thrown up then was Chief Osai. And Chief Osai was trying his best, but so many things were against him, both outside and inside. So they couldn't go to vacate that consent judgment of Solomon. So Solomon hold this consent judgment until Mbata's administration came in. And then Mbata came to Lagos. Senator Mbata, who is the President General, came to Lagos to know what's happening in Lagos. And that was when he pronounced that he don't want to go against the court order or anything from the court. Ohanaeze will not go against it. That if we cannot vacate the consent judgment, therefore Solomon is the 20th president. And he also said that Solomon's tenure will end in April. That if we can vacate the consent judgment before April, he come back to pronounce Osai president. But if we cannot vacate the consent judgment, that Solomon is the president and his shoes, we should allow him to walk. Everybody should go and ally with him. And when his term finishes in April, that he should conduct his election. So that's how we all went out. Some people accept, some people did not accept. I accepted what Mbata said, who is the President General. Osai, who was the president as at that time, elected president, accepted. And then we went to Solomon. Osai made peace with Solomon. Two of them agreed and accepted to conduct a fresh election. Again, some people say they cannot accept it. So Osai and Solomon went ahead and conducted the election because the tenure is over. And they said, Mbata said there should be no vacuum. And so Solomon and Osai conducted the election, which we all stood for that election. Very highly competitive election. And all of us stood for that election. And that's what you say, and everybody say as the best election. It was free election, fair election that has ever been conducted in Lagos State. And that brought me into government. And so, and that is where we are in Lagos. And after that election, everybody that is a person of somebody in Lagos State were so happy that for once, Ohanaeze is getting it right. All the Ohanaeze people are happy about the election, about the emergency of the new government. Everybody, except the same people, about 4 of them, who said they will never agree from what President General Mbata said. They didn't agree. They didn't agree to make peace with Solomon. They didn't agree that there will be new election. And they are all over the place saying they didn't agree that we have an election. And there are only 4 people out of millions of people in Lagos State. So, but Lagos has moved on. However, I have been calling them all this while. I say, come, let's work together. Let's team up together. Let's do something together. It's better than that we dialogue and get ourselves together and move on. But as of today, I believe they are already talking. And very soon, everything will be settled down.
Okay, with what you said, you pointed out that Mbata's order brought about Solomon conducting election. But prior before now, we are hearing that the same Enugu, where we have the seat of ohanaeze general, want to come to Lagos to conduct another election. How fact?
Well, you know, ohanaeze is a good setup in the sense that, yes, they have NEC. NEC is the National Executive Council, the body that, handles the affairs of ohanaeze. They have a General Assembly. They have Imobi. Now, this matter of Lagos was not, there was a meeting in Enugu where they're supposed to invite, and they believe they invited people from Lagos, ohanaeze. As at that time, Solomon or Osai are still there as president. But they gave a letter to somebody who is nobody. One, Chief Leo OKAFOR selected the people he likes. People that are not in executive, they are not elected, they are nobody. He took them to Enugu for that meeting because he claims that he's coordinator of ohanaeze Southwest. That the one appointed him. But actually, this is not correct. This is not true.
He's not the Lagos State ohanaeze president.
He is not for even Southwest. He is nobody. I don't know how that letter of invitation for that NEC meeting or Imobi meeting or general meeting,
should be given to him.
Get to his hand. And he picked people that are not stakeholders. They are not part of Lagos. They are nobody in Lagos. They are not members of Lagos ohanaeze. He took them to Enugu. And when they get to Enugu, they didn't go to NEC, who actually came here to say or know the problem of Lagos ohanaeze. They didn't go to Imobi. They went on the General Assembly. And they said, now that we have passed a new constitution, that time is no more presiding over by NEC. It's just General Assembly that happened. Oh, we know that we have passed a new constitution, national constitution. Can we now go to Lagos and conduct election? People said, Lagos and Abuja. People who are there said, yes. Because they are not informed of anything going on in Lagos. President of ohanaeze is not there. Executive of ohanaeze Lagos are not there. Nobody from Lagos were there. And these people, because it's got the predetermined what they want to just use and shoot to the whole world, they record that very place. They're saying, now that we have a new constitution, can we go to Lagos and conduct election? They say, yes. Yes, have it. Nothing about NEC. NEC, who knows about Lagos problem or what's going on in Lagos? They did not discuss this in their meeting for any reason. And this we took that very particular portion and put it into the internet. And everywhere is saying, oh, Enugu said they will come and do election. Which Enugu didn't say anything about. So these people are just people who want to put problem in the system, who want to use social media to put a very serious problem in the system, put that in the system, confuse everywhere. So there is nothing like until now. After the election, we sent all how we did the election to Enugu. They received it, acknowledged. The President General have not made one single sentence about Lagos. The NEC have not made any single sentence about Lagos. I tried to reach the PRO of NEC. He sent me what they did for avoidance of doubt. He said, we did not dissolve Lagos. We did not say anything about Lagos. We, NEC, did not dissolve Lagos or ohanaeze. We did not do anything about Lagos or ohanaeze. We will not even discuss it in NEC. So we are waiting for them. Last time they have a meeting, we just they are saying, because of these court cases these people have, they have not made any decision. And that's okay. So there is nothing like Enugu or NEC is coming here to conduct a fresh election. No, something like that it's not existing.
Okay. Now,